What's up, guys? Welcome to RollPlay Solum, the continuation of week number 1. We're not going to waste any time. Neal, we killed the shit out of those orcs.
You killed the shit out of those orcs.
And my leg's really bleeding.
Your leg is really bleeding.
Wait, no, that got patched up.
No,
It's
got
patched up. You're no longer like dying bleeding.
Yeah.
But you are wounded.
So he has like still more HP than all of
Yeah.
us combined.
What's your HP at right now?
The last was 14 because they took so long to bandage me last night.
Right.
They kept failing. So I believe it's 14.
Had Joffrey not healed you, actually, I think I would have just failed until you died. It would have been really weird.
Yo, what?
I'm trying to staunch this blood.
What is this new healing thing? Neal, how come we never use that? Is that just something in like the strict rules or something?
Yeah, so rather than just saying anyone can bandage someone's wounds, no, like easy peasy, the actual rules state if you have a healing proficiency, you can make a healing check to bandage someone, to bind someone's wounds to staunch the bleeding. And different levels, different severities of bleeding require different types of checks. So if you have a healing proficiency like Jen and Jeff do, you can make a healing check if you have like bandages and shit to bind a wound and stop minor or major bleeding. If you don't have a healing proficiency, you can make an intelligence check to bring it from major bleeding to minor bleeding.
Okay.
Healing, you can keep making healing checks, but you can only try and make one intelligence check. So anyone can try and stop the bleeding, but a proficient healer can try more often and has a better chance to do it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's some stuff relating to healing and herbalism, which I will send you guys after today, so you guys can read up on your healing and herbalism proficiencies, because they're a little bit more complicated and they can let you do some cool shit.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, I guess I'll look for the body that's the less wounded and try to heal it sneakily. If it seems like it's doable.
What do you mean by sneakily try to heal it?
Well, I
You're-
mean, magic is
Next
prohibited,
to
so I don't
fire.
want to go like do.
She casts Sneak Heal.
There's no way
Okay, I
sneakily heal. Like, you have to bind some
Okay.
wounds or cast some spells, and all of those are very obvious things.
well, I would cast heal on the guy who looks like he's least dead. I mean, do they still have a pulse? Could I feel for that?
Yeah, I mean, you're feeling for them, and you find a guy who's dying but not dead. He's at negative something.
Yeah.
You can cast Cure Light Wounds on him?
Cure light wounds.
Okay.
It's just D8, or did I have a modifier for that?
Actually, I think there's a different rule for this that we were ignoring.
You have to like see if you can hit. Well, it's a dead body, right? So
Well,
Yeah, you don't need to make an attack to hit it.
are we doing that, by the way? Does she have to make attack hits for heals now?
No. If you are accepting the incoming thing, it's fine. If she
Okay.
wanted to heal someone who is resisting, then she would need to make a roll to hit.
Okay. I thought that was like an archaic D&D rule where if you wanted to heal someone, you had to roll to hit.
Oh, God, no, that'd be the dumbest thing ever.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
So, right now, shit, I forgot character names.
Who are you looking for?
Jeff is healing...
Victorian.
Victorian is healing Alice. And I noticed that Jack is doing this, and I'm going to
No,
say...
Jack healed with Victorian Alice. Like, we patched her up, and then I start going over the other guy to
Jock
heal
didn't
him.
use the magic.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, if they're dead, just leave them dead. That's what I always say.
Well, we need to talk to this guy. I need to get to the bottom of this. Who's the traitor in the village? Can't have more leaks like that here.
He's probably going to attack you.
I'll tie him up.
I think you should tie him up before you heal him.
Why don't you tie him up as I heal him?
Okay. All right. I have 50 foot of rope. Neal, I'm going to tie him up.
Okay, you start to tie him up. Not very hard to do to a dead person.
He's not dead, Neil. You told me there was a pulse.
Not very difficult to do to an unconscious person about to die.
Okay, so I roll D8, or is there...
No, there's a separate... Damn, where the...
What
It's
are you
not- I
looking
can't-
for?
There's a rule regarding being on death's doorstep going down to negative 10 HP, hovering on Death's Door. Here we go. When this rule is used, a character can remain alive until he reaches negative 10. However, as soon as the character reaches 0 hit points, he falls to the ground unconscious. Thereafter, he automatically loses 1 hit point each round. His survival from this point depends on the quick thinking of his companions. If they reach the character before his hit points reach negative 10 and spend at least 1 round tending to his wounds, staunching the flow of blood, etc., the character does not die immediately. So anyone can stop you from bleeding out when you're almost dead. But bleeding from wounds is a little bit, or while you're still conscious is different. That's a different type of bleeding. The only action is bind the wounds. The injured character no longer blah 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 blah. If a cure spell of some type is cast upon him, the character is immediately restored to 1 hit point and no more. Further cures do no good until he has had at least 1 day of rest. Until such time, he is weak and feeble, unable to fight, and barely able to move.
Oh, that's perfect.
He must stop and rest. Often can't cast spells and is generally confused and feverish. He's able to move about and can hold somewhat disjointed conversations, but that's it. That means it works for you guys too. If you're in combat and you drop to below 1 and then you're
so there's
healed,
no combat
you can't be
reses.
used in combat after that.
Yeah.
So I
no
guess
combat
it
Says
didn't
a heads
need
up.
to.
Yeah, that's why I kind of changed it before. So you could come back into combat, but at the same
Okay.
time, like it took more heals to get there.
Before we
those,
go
like-
on, all right, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Are you good? Before we go on, Ryan, what the fuck? Do you have like a smoke machine in your room?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's true. Just
What
look.
is? Are you trying
This
to
is
light
my-
them or like get the mood going for some?
I ordered a package on Amazon from Colorado.
Hopefully,
I was going to
hopefully-
make a Colorado joke, you bastard.
They've recently passed some laws, and so yeah, just keep it running in the background.
All right.
just straight weed smoke being blown into his room.
Great.
Oh god.
Finally, they legalized that. Now I can live in a haze of purple.
Yeah, no, it's a humidifier.
Purple haze. I know that. Before the internet killed
No,
me.
yeah, sure. A humidifier.
Yep.
It's a quote unquote humidifier.
Ryan smokes weed, guys. We found it out here. Roleplay first.
All right, Jen. So you cast a Cure Light Wounds on him. He is at 1 HP and kind of goes.
Do you speak common?
Kind of like rolls his head back and forth, like looking around. And
Neal, I slide in and I actually embrace and hold his head and say, "Rest now, friend. Rest. It's fine. Speak orc. I understand. I can translate. It's probably less stressful for you
So
if you can."
you were probably cradling me. So as this is happening, I'm just like, guys, what the fuck? Like, why is no one helping me?
We're talking to the orc. I'm gonna cast. Well, actually, I'm just gonna ask him. How did you know there was a child?
You can answer that. That's fine.
I mean, how did you know it was here?
The orc
then-
growls and then like tries to make a slap at your face, but just doesn't have the strength.
I hold his hand and I gently put it down against his chest. I pat it against his chest and I go, "Friend, it's fine. Just answer the question and then there'll be sleep after that. Just quiet sleep."
Fucking humans, he says in common or in Orcish.
I nod my head and say, "In orc, fucking humans." Right on, man.
I wish we didn't have to fight, man.
Please, friend, there's not much time. Go ahead and answer the question. It's about to rain spears. It's a terrible weather condition that we have here.
He tries to spit out as much as he can with like some blood leaving from his mouth. What fucking question? Your language is a piece of shit.
I, in orc, say, "How did you know that there was a baby child here? A sweet baby Jesus."
Your people would betray you for anything.
Who
you
was
tell
a
me?
traitor? Oh,
No,
sorry.
you, Joffrey, with all due respect, you don't understand orc. This is an
Yeah.
orc talk right now.
Okay, sorry. You're right.
Who betrayed? Who betrayed? Go ahead and tell me.
I don't know. I didn't find out.
Okay. Is that? Do you have any last words? The down. I can hear the rain. Yep, it's coming. What? Do you have any final words?
Bite me.
And then I take the spear and I plunge it through his mouth into the ground.
All right, you now have an orc head on a spear on a ground.
I stand up and kind of clap my hands, dust them off, and say, "Well, It would appear someone did betray us. He didn't have a name.
Oh man, I really need to find out this traitor for the sake of the village. I've been looking for him for a while now. That's why I've been holding on to this spell that reveals truth.
Joffrey, that's a hell of an idea.
Maybe we should interrogate the village people.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Why don't we?
Well, not the
Guys-
village people,
With all due respect,
but the people of the village, absolutely.
with all due respect, guys, these are all great ideas, but I have to say, shouldn't more orcs be coming after we butcher 6, and isn't the child here vulnerable?
Well,
That's a good point.
usually people don't stand up to these types of raiding parties. Maybe they don't expect them to fail.
Neil, is my character
Don't
up?
know what you mean by that.
Is my character moving now, Neil?
Yeah, you can hobble around. I think you're at half movement rate until your injury is fully healed.
So I'm at 3, right?
Um,
But I also have running.
no, you would be at movement rate 6 because your normal movement rate is 12.
Neil, would we know where these raiding parties usually originate?
Yeah, if you take a look at the map, regalgoblins.com/maps.php.
Okay.
Well, that's crap.
And the name of the place is Fog Haven, or you can just go up from where we start. It's above Shimmerstone Lake. It's
Okay, I
next-
see Fog Haven, and then where are we?
You guys are in Fog Haven.
And where do the raids originate?
I mean, the orcs live around here, so these orcs came from the west. So make that as you do that as you whatever you think with that.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure how many days away they would live. Or would we
It's
know
unsure. I mean, there's orcs stationed all over the place. Where these orcs came from, particularly, you don't know.
that? Okay.
By the way, chat, before this gets outrageous, I've switched Victorian to more of like a Dexter, Mr. Rogers neighbor who will fucking murder you. So
There you go.
I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm not neutered. None of that weird. Let's not make this into a soap opera. I just think it's funnier if I'm overly nice but evil,
There you
or
go.
not evil. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Certainly did not reveal his alignment there.
No, forget that. Anyways, continue.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, they might not be expecting these orcs to come back for a couple of days. We probably have time to root out the traitor if we wanted to.
I mean, this is our village. This is people we know and care about, right? Shouldn't we make sure everyone's safe here?
Gosh, I wish they would be safe, but chances are they're going to get raped up the butt. Pretty hard. I mean, I'm sure
We do
it'll
have to keep the baby
be
safe.
fine. Yes.
A couple of the people are coming out of their houses now and taking a look and walking over to you guys and be like, holy crap, what happened? Some people are coming over to Alice, taking a look at you and be like, oh, do you need any help? Just a quick aside before we continue. Your leg is injured, and injured has a specific term in the rulebook. So your half movement speed will stay with you until you have either a cure serious wounds cast upon you, or you
Shit.
have some natural healing that will take you as if it were a loss of 10d6 HP. So probably a few weeks or a month.
So I can
and until that
actually
point-
cure?
You can restore some of the damage, but he will still be limping at half movement rate. And
All right, Neil, as you were saying,
okay, where did I cut out?
you were talking about my leg and the fact that it would take 10d6 or 60-10 damage.
10d6, as if it will heal naturally as if it were a loss of 10d6 HP. A cure serious wound spell or other healing magic capable of restoring of 10 HP can also repair the injury. Injuries almost entail serious combat penalties for the wounded character, in your case, half movement rate. Injured arms, legs, or tails reduce the character to 75% of his normal hit points. An injury to the abdomen, torso, or head reduces the character to 50% of his normal hit points. So you have 75% of your max HP and half movement speed.
Is there
until
an
it's restored.
asterisk in there that says unless it's a monster, in which case it's just a leg spasm and
Brian,
Nothing.
yeah, that's if it's a dragon, they have this thing where it's just ignore all significant
Right.
damage done to them.
Yeah, but the severity on that, I think we rolled like a 4 or something.
I think
it
we
was
see the
super-
No, we
asterisk in
maxed
the
out
book.
on it. We maxed pretty hard.
Look, the dragon was dead. Okay, can't we just let this go?
No. Its leg was twitching, Neil.
It's dead. Can't we let this go? Can't we just
Never.
can't we move
Children,
on?
gather round. It's the warriors that leg spasm the dragon. Gather round. Behold the weapons that spasm the dragon's leg.
You guys are giving me shit, but it was the books. It was the books.
Yeah.
They said spasm with no other effects.
Neil, what's the name of the town that we're in again?
Foghaven.
Foghaven. Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
So, so JP, you're at permanent half movement speed and max 75% HP until this is healed.
So I'm at 24.
Alice's
24 is your
leg
new
does
map.
not look great, gang. But I have to recommend that if we do have a traitor in the midst, as nice as it sounds, to try and find them, we probably should get out of here with that prophecy child.
And leave the people of the village behind?
Well, the alternative is that prophecy child dies and we live in an existence of hell and slavery and tyranny for all of time to come.
I don't know how they're gonna do without a town shaman. I guess you're right, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else we can do. We can just try to save the baby.
Where will we take him?
Probably
To a
Mount
manger.
Doom, or what was that called? Which show are we in right now?
We need to throw him into a volcano, correct?
Oh, God.
Largo, I don't have the faintest idea where we need to take the child, but what I do know is it's probably away from this traitor, as the orcs do now know that there's the baby in this town. And when they don't find their team coming back, they're just going to send more.
What traitor, says one of the townsfolk standing nearby. This
Now,
is- yeah.
everyone, please go back in your homes. Nothing to see here. Just a few orcs that are dead and your certain doom, but for right now, it should be fine.
If the orcs are dead here, more might be coming.
Yeah,
That's a
you should probably
possibility.
get out of town. You should probably get out of here.
I think everyone should evacuate.
Sorry,
You
Neil's
guys
answering
know
questions
where,
about natural healing.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds awkward. All right. What were you saying, Jen?
I think everyone should evacuate town, guys. I don't think we're safe here anymore.
Where should we take the town? Where should
I
they
mean,
go?
I don't know at this point, guys. I haven't
think-
been really around. I've lived here all my life.
I think the town should stay put, and we should leave with the baby.
But why would they stay there? It's dangerous. They should
Because
at least
they
be
only want
given
the
a
baby.
fight-
They don't want the townspeople.
But they might kill the townspeople to get information on the baby.
Now, guys, you don't know that. These orcs could be extremely reasonable. They could find out that we're not here, spare all the villagers, and just come after us.
I don't think that's going to happen, says Tim again.
I don't think that's going to happen either, Tim.
Largo, I
Okay.
tried, little feller. I didn't think the idea.
Well,
You guys know where? And then I'm like, the baby is.
Let's wait until all the villagers are indoors before we discuss it.
Okay.
So we just kind of stand around and stare, put our hands on our hips and stare at these villagers.
Yeah. So a bunch of other villagers have, come around and they're gathered around the fire and the orcs right now, and they're all kind of looking at it. And they're like, shit. And everyone's kind of upset. And eventually, oh god, I'm forgetting his
Do I
name.
see the bartender or anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was saying the bartender is coming back now.
Barkeep, I could really use some of that secret concoctions that you've made up. If you know the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, come with me to the bar. I'll get you one of those.
Thank you. I could go for a baby-sized portion of your secret drink.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He like waves you over towards the bar.
Alice hears then, and she's just like, "I want a drink. Where's the drink?"
Alice, Yakri, Alice, limp your ass over here. We're gonna have. Don't be intimidated by the portions. There's plenty of baby-sized secret drink for us to have.
Where's this drink?
Where's this?
I'm inside the bar. Just
Oh, I'll
asking
never get used to this woman. So we go in.
Yeah, we're in the bar. I'm asking everyone where's the drink.
Jen and Ryan, do you follow?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
too
the
am
four of
intrigued
you
by the baby
are
drink.
in the bar. One of the other townsfolk actually followed with you too, being like, "Fuck, I could really use a drink."
No, friend, this is it's a secret one. We're trying it out right now, but we'll let you know.
He looks at you. He clearly doesn't understand what you're trying to say.
Joffrey!
Like,
See if this man if he really needs the drink. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. I mean, why don't we just grab you one and you just head out? I think we're gonna have
he gives you guys a curious look and says, "Okay, all right."
Joffrey, give him your drink that's it really makes you want to tell the truth. It's one of those drinks.
Oh, to that guy.
Yes.
Oh, well then, come on in. Come on in. I close the door behind him. And then I start patting his shoulder. And I cast...
He's looking at you guys really weirded out. He's like, guys, what's going on?"
It's okay, we're just, I guess, curious why you followed us here. What's the name of my spell? Damn it. Zone of Truth is cast.
Because you asked for a drink and the bunch of dead orcs out there and the prospect of the town being destroyed, I think I could use a drink. He looks at damn, I had his name. He looks at the bartender and says, "Whiskey, please." Bartender
I grab
says,
him a
"Whiskey."
bottle of 151 and I pour it for him.
Okay.
And I say, this one's on me, friend.
Joseph glares at you as you do that, but doesn't stop you. He looks at you. Oh, this is strong stuff, and he just like shoots the whole thing at once, and then starts hacking and coughing, like, "What the fuck did you give me?"
It's from the future. It's what college children will use to improve their social standards. But for right now, I need you to get the fuck out of the bar, if you don't mind.
He continues hacking and coughing and like trying to scrape his tongue on his hand, and stumbles out of the bar.
I walk up.
I
And,
guess
like,
I
shut the door.
don't cast Zone of Truth then.
Okay.
I abort mission.
Does he
Okay.
leave?
The mission aborted. Yeah, he left. He walks out of the bar.
Barkeep, what of the child?
We took the child away. She's safe for now, but she's still in town. She needs to be... Well, I think we all know she needs to get out of here. If she's really the one that the prophecies talk about, then
Yes.
nothing else matters.
But where should we take her?
Joffrey was able to find out by reviving one of the orcs that a traitor is amongst us, by the way. So
I'm not surprised.
we will get the baby out of here. We recommend that you all leave, but you need to know that there's someone amongst us that's betraying us.
Besides,
And I don't want to say... No, I was going to make a racist joke. Never mind.
Well, someone needs to take the child. And he kind of like stares obviously at the four of you guys.
You'll have my spear.
Good. Good. You guys seem pretty capable, so if the four of you leave tonight or tomorrow, we'll probably have a few days before the orcs come back. He looks over at Alice. Alice, are you okay? Do you need something for your leg? Looks at Joffrey and says, "Joffrey, Alice?"
Oh, I handed her a potion already. I don't know how hurt she is.
What is that?
I know I
potion?
can't fix her well.
Is that potion just a
like-
D8? Neil?
It's D3.
No, this is a healing potus. It's D3, and it will take a full day to take effect.
Let's say
There-
that I.
Well, I mean, I'll help you out before we sleep if we go to bed. I still have some...
Right. What are you really talking about?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Don't worry about it. We'll take good care of you, Alice. We got you. Do you guys feel like we can sleep here? I mean, there's a trader, though.
Wait. Why don't we just leave tonight?
Because if I slept, I feel like we'd be better prepared for tomorrow.
Well, the bartender's like kind of scratching his chin and says, "You guys, I mean, this child's more important than anything else, but I would hate to. Well, to be honest, I don't want to die, and if there's a way that we could get these orcs, at least from not destroying the town."
Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. Maybe we could drag their bodies into the forest to make it look like they got attacked by raiders or something.
Sure.
Like, make it look like they never got here. He scratches his chin some more.
Hey, that's a pretty smart idea.
Yeah?
I turn to Largo and say, Largo, do you know the forest well?
You know, I really don't, Alice. Not one of my strong suits.
Would I know, like, a good area to dispatch of the bodies, Neil? I guess I would walk around a bit to collect some, like, herbs and mushrooms and stuff.
I mean, it's a forest. One spot is as good as another unless you have an opinion on it.
Yeah. I guess we can dispatch of the bodies, guys.
Well, the partner says, if you guys are leaving tonight, I can get some folk to drag the bodies away. If
It's
you guys
probably
are
best we leave as fast as possible.
Alright. Sure. Let me just go pack up my things since my house is there. You should probably do that too, guys. Except you, small man.
Well, I'm actually quite large for my race. You keep forgetting that.
Oh, you're not a human.
Where I'm from, they call me a large man.
Wait, is that why your name's Largo?
I guess so. Maybe I was big as a baby, I don't know.
Yes, you probably were.
Oh, so sure. I'll call you Big Halfling. Sure.
You can call him Big Daddy.
I call him Big Baby. I like
Big Papa
Baby.
also works.
I don't know about that.
Look,
All right.
friends, the size of our halfling friend is of the most urgent importance for me as well, but I think we should probably
Yeah.
pack up and get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Hiding the orcs is a good idea, but I think it'll only buy us time. Again, barkeep friend, I have to urge you. The Verasi is not very reasonable. If the best you're going to go off of is, well, what orcs? You know, it might not work out. You might get raped horrifically over and over again until you die.
Yeah, that might happen.
And you're making me feel really bad about leaving this town now.
Well,
Well, what choice do we
Joffrey, it was
have?
either that or the child, and I think
I mean,
we chose
shouldn't the
wisely.
town just evacuate? Let's
Where?
just take care of the child. True. Well, you guys should be prepared at least. I start walking.
Sorry.
I start walking to get my shit.
Yeah, I tell the party I'm gonna go.
As you guys walk out, he said, meet me back here later tonight if you guys are leaving. I have a few more things I want to say to you after you've gathered your stuff.
Alright.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back. I go to my. I think everyone goes to their house, collects their stuff.
Yeah, you all go.
Before everyone disperses, since we are leaving town, if you want to take items from my beautiful smith that I will no longer need or have,
Oh.
I recommend you stop by. I'm having a fire sale. Everything's
Wait, is that
fucking
a +1 halfling chainmail? I spy in your...
I just made 12 of
You
them.
just made it. Oh my god. I'll take 2 full sets, please.
Fantastic.
Would you like a healing bracer as well in that?
Absolutely.
I also found some pink boots and a dead corpse.
Exactly.
I think the word we have to use is Fumbaba.
Seriously, though,
Alright.
does he have stuff around?
I mean, he's got some stuff. Most
I'll
of his
take a look at
equipment
it.
is done by commission, so he doesn't have any like chainmail just sitting about.
But the orcs did have chainmail.
The orcs did have chainmail. They did. This is true.
But is chainmail better than scale mail?
I think it might be one better, but honestly, you're too big.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know
probably
you're
won't fit
relatively
my
the
chest.
same size, but you're
Even
just
though
too
the
big
leader,
around.
he was a little bit bigger.
It was a little
Or-
bit bigger.
Were any of the orcs?
You'd have to try it on to see.
Shorter than normal.
Uh,
A lot shorter.
There was a
Not
baby
short
orc.
enough.
Were there any dwarf orcs or half orcs?
Dwarves.
Half orcs.
No.
It is one better. Yeah, I guess
One
on the
better.
way out of town, I want to go try to find that body.
Okay.
of
The
leader.
bodies have been kind of collected and stacked side by side near the fire pit.
Did they like derobe them or anything? Or did
No,
they
they're
just
just
leave all
sitting.
the...
They're just sitting there.
I take like the Kopesh and like poke at the bodies, trying to find the one that had the white garb on, because that's how he was portrayed in Roll20. I don't know if he'd actually be wearing that,
he's
but
there still.
and then I kind of like push the bodies off and look at the size of his chest plate just to see. Is it gonna fit?
You'd have to try it on. You'd actually have to put it on.
Is there anyone around, like a grave digger or anything? Someone
There's
that's
no
dealt with-
gravedigger, but there are a bunch of people standing about talking.
Whatever. The character wouldn't care. I just like start taking the armor off the dead body.
Okay. People give you some strange looks, but no one dares talk to you or say otherwise.
Yep. And then I like try to size it up and try it on. If I can't actually size it up.
You're putting it on and it's tight. It's a really tight fit. Maybe you could squeeze it on, but it's definitely a little bit too small for you.
Okay. Well, I'll take it, and I'll just throw it on my back, and we'll carry it.
Okay.
I'll see how much
So you
that
dump
weighs.
it in your bag and add chainmail to your character sheet, and I think it weighs
I'll look up the weight.
40 pounds.
Probably. Scale mail's 40.
Okay.
And then I go collect my stuff and meet up with the party.
40 pounds.
Okay.
All right.
Neil,
Yeah?
during this break, Victorian's going to go around to the homeless people and tell them that his home will be theirs tonight. And
Okay.
then I'm going to go home and I'm going to make a placard that says Victorian's Home of the Gifted.
Okay. All right. You carve this out of some wood and use some of your scrap metal lying around to
Yes.
outline it. It takes you like half an hour to make. You're a pretty skilled smith.
I get
Then
all
I put it
my.
on the door.
Okay.
I get all
On
my
the inside of
stuff
the door or on the outside of the door?
Outside.
All right. So like facing the town.
Yep.
Okay. Done.
I mean, the townspeople should probably use the weapons left over to defend themselves when something happens. Should we leave them something else?
I have not a lot of weapons on store.
Oh, that's
But-
too bad.
They can use. I have an amazing cutlery set that is of very high quality. It's from a land called Hapan, and they can use that.
It's gonna be nice to eat food.
That's not what I was thinking, but yes.
Alright, so I guess you guys want to go now?
Alice kind of looks around and she's like, "Wait, I need the baby. Where's the baby?"
Yeah, we're gonna get
The
to that,
barkeep
Alice.
said when we're all established, he'll meet us, and he has some more words to share with us.
Alice continues to look around and she speaks up and she's just like, "Wait, where's Largo? I don't see him."
I'm right there, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
I was wondering.
No, I still say that. I still say.
Yeah.
I walk into her field of view.
They found your breather, or whatever.
Ryan, run! The cops are there.
Oh shit! I'm gonna ride my spaceship out of here, guys.
I'm gonna turn it off.
All right.
Okay, so I come into Alice's field of view. I give her a little wave.
I go, oh, okay. I didn't. You got to speak up. I can't see you down there.
Just gotta tilt your head down about 45 degrees.
I know it fucking hurts. It hurts to do that all the damn time. Let's go to the barkeep.
Okay.
You guys meet up in the bar. Joseph is there. He's got a small sack sitting on the counter and a rolled up scroll. And he says, "Have you told anyone where you're going to go?"
Nope. And I think it's better this way.
He nods and says, "Yeah, I think so too. If you disappear tonight and don't say where you're going, no one can follow you. If there's a traitor in the midst, that's the best way to deal with it, I think."
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't even tell you.
He shakes his head. "Don't do it. They might capture me, torture me, whatever." Anyway, here. He pushes the things across the bar to you.
He pushes the baby across the bar?
No.
He like slides her down the bar and I'm like, what? Barkeep, what are you doing?
It's swaddled. It's not that bad.
Slides a small bag and a rolled up scroll towards you.
I look at the bag and I ask,
I shoot him a kindly look as I open the bag.
The bag
I open it.
is gold and silver.
I look at him and I tilt my head and I go, "Aw, thank you."
New Jeff is hilarious.
Guys, look, he gave us gold.
That's pretty cool. Are you sure you don't need that, man?
Kind of like tilts his head and is like,
I guess it won't be useful anymore around here, huh?
I think there are more important things in the world right now.
True, not everything is about money.
Well,
Anyway.
lots of things are.
yeah, Largo's got a point.
Also
I
true.
like money. It's pretty good.
It is great.
Anyway, I think you could use those. He nods over to the scroll. That's a map of the nearby areas.
Alright, I guess we'll be on our way. Where's the baby?
Oh, yeah, the baby. Here, follow me.
I still like the idea of sliding the baby across.
Here you go, he takes it from underneath.
He like puts it into a cup and just slides the cup down.
Now you hold on to
He
that.
out the back door, down kind of through the town for a little bit. Most people are actually in the center of town, so you don't see anyone about. And he leads you into someone's house. You notice this is the old woman's house. And there is the mother resting in bed holding her child, the old woman standing next to her, and a couple of the other people that were about during childbirth process.
I'm going to... No. Sorry, I was too goofy.
The woman, I think her name was Carla, looks up at you guys and says, "Okay, is it time for us to go?"
Wait. Time for us? You're not coming, Carla.
How do you plan on feeding this child?
That is...
Are any of you lactating?
I put.
We all kind of look at Alice.
Definitely not me. But
I
Alice,
I just looked down. I'm like, well. Neil, you have to tell me. This is up to you.
Roll
man.
for lactation.
Roll for lactation.
You're not lactating. Did you recently give birth?
I don't know.
You don't know that, Neil.
That's why I'm asking. Have you recently given birth, Alice?
No.
Yes.
All right, you're not
Damn it.
lactating then.
Like, sorry, guys. I guess I haven't given birth recently. Oh
Have
god.
you been using certain prescription medication?
Oh god.
The mother should come with the child, but Carla, you must know this will be a very dangerous trip.
She nods.
All right. Barkeep, I think we've got all that we need.
Okay. Good luck. I'll have some people drag the bodies into the forest. Maybe we can, I don't know, make it look like the orcs didn't make it here. Like some people attacked them. I don't know.
Can you describe
don't
the
think-
woman that gave birth?
Yeah.
Her
Roll for
name
attack.
is Carla. I will roll for hotness.
Thank you.
There we go.
I'd like to know
Uh-huh.
things like her age, her build, her
She
profession, etc.
is-
as well.
9 hotness, which is just about average. Maybe a little bit below, but you know what? That could just be because she just gave birth and is covered in sweat, and her hair is ridiculous, and
Veins and placenta and all that, yeah.
and her vagina's like this big.
It would have to be.
Yeah. Other than
that's very
that,
tactful,
big-
Neil.
yeah.
But she got the pregnant glow.
That's what I wanted to know. Really,
Yeah.
is how many centimeters dilated was she? That's
And we
that's
roll
mainly
for
what I'm
that?
trying
She
to get
has
at
the
here.
beauty of childbirth just all over her.
Yeah,
Miracle.
like literally, it's just splashed all over. So she is kind of a little bit on the trim athletic side. Not super athletic though, but definitely not holding any extra weight. Her
Not anymore, anyway.
not anymore. Doesn't seem like she put on too much weight during childbirth, but you also realize that she was kind of trying to hide that she was pregnant and maybe was a little bit on the malnourished side during the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything? I mean, she's got brown hair that flows down to her shoulder blades. She's human.
What does she do?
What is she? She is a seamstress.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Athletic seems
She
She
makes
makes gowns and stuff.
Oh, like sewing.
So
Suing, yes,
Sewing.
like a lawyer.
I should know that.
Exactly.
All right.
I just wanted to, see how useful she would be to the party, basically.
Where's the father?
He died. About 6 months ago. No, I think I said 3 months ago. Sorry, 3 months ago. I think that's
3
what I said
months ago.
yesterday.
Your father died over 10 months ago.
A while ago. Look, he's been dead.
Kept a sample of his you-know-what in a jar.
Victorian, what do you... I don't know what. What do you mean?
All right, Carla, you'll be under our protection. You and the babe. By the way, what's the name of said babe?
I haven't decided yet.
Let's call
Let
him
us
Chuck.
call it Taco.
Chuck Taco.
I was leaning towards Margaret.
Margaret. I like the sound of that. You're a good name giver, and you give a hell of a babe.
Thanks. She
Why
says.
like Chuck Taco?
I like Margaret. It's a nice name.
Margaret it is.
Is it nighttime, Neil? What time? It's
It's
real
nighttime.
late, right? Okay.
It is dark.
We should probably leave without people noticing us too much.
His name is Robert Baldwin. Sorry.
That's terrible. Anyways. Yeah, I turned to... I guess I just turned to the party and be like, well, let's go, guys. We got to get going. Say your goodbyes. And then I'd start kind of walking off.
It was nice
Yeah, we head
knowing
out.
you guys. Be safe.
I
Hope
guess
see
I
you
was saying,
again.
Neil, we put like a blanket over, not, like over her, but we swaddle the baby against her chest
Yeah.
in a way that it's not obvious that she's carrying a baby. That's what I would say.
Yeah, she wraps herself in furs. Her friends have packed her a bag with some clothes and traveling supplies, and she looks at Alice and looks at Victorian and says, "Could one of you carry this for me?"
I say, yeah, sure. And I just pick her up and carry her instead.
As soon as you start to pick her up, she goes, "No! Stop! You're gonna crush the child." The bag, and she points to the bag on the ground.
All right. And then I go and pick up the bag.
Okay.
How much does this weigh, Neil?
Carly, you'll have
her
to
bag
understand-
weighs 20 pounds.
Okay.
Alice requires what I like to call more of an explanation. Think of it as a practice in, being descriptive. You have to tell her exactly what you want. And do not make strap-on jokes. My God.
Yeah, I hate the strap-ons.
All right, Neil, we kind of keep saying we're ready to go.
Yeah.
This
well,
is
then
getting
go.
awkward, though.
Yeah, no, I mean,
All right.
And
we
And
go.
so
we
the
go.
adventures were off. And they stepped
so
onto the
they
boat
walked.
that took them to safety. Congratulations!
We're just gonna stay in the woods for like few years until the baby grows up.
That's the plan.
Okay, so
17
we're in
years.
Foghaven. Is the biggest town I see nearby is called Dimmer.
Mhm.
Is that a known orc fortress?
Well, the orcs kind of occupy everything. Dimmer is a large town, and there are orcs that routinely patrol the streets. Most of these other places, the orcs kind of stay away and come in every so often when they need something. But Dimmer is big enough that there is a consistent orc presence in the town.
Okay. This gigantic mountain to the east,
The Highvale
that-
Range.
is that like impassable? Is it huge?
It's pretty big. There are no known passes through within 100 miles of it, but conceivably there are other passages over it.
Okay.
There's a legend too of a dropped bow and a red dragon for some reason.
Yeah.
It's just it's been
Well,
passed down.
I think our best option is maybe north and keeping off of the beaten path. Then maybe.
What do you think should be the end game here, friends? We're trying to get this child to safety. Where would that be?
Would we know
Well,
that, Neil?
I mean, you guys are deep behind enemy lines. To the north is where the general, I forgot his name. Let me look up his name right now. In charge of spellcasting and raising the children who are to be spellcasters, the children with magical powers, lives or resides. Like he controls the north. To the east is the. Damn it, let me look up their names. I have cool names for all these people. I just forgot to open up the document already.
General of Magical Children.
General of Magical Children lives in the north. Okay, Lord Ferris is in the north. Lady Vivek is to the south. She's a dark elf who has a penchant for fire and the undead, and she's kind of down there trying to conquer the elves. And Lord Kelborn is in the east, a knight of incredible strength and the replacement of Lord Morrow. And the fourth general, or lord in charge of the armies of Rossi, would be Lady Felicity, and she is the extractor and keeper of secrets, leader of a special force of men relish in things that cause even the hardiest men to lose their lunch.
Do we all know this? Like we've heard the stories, I guess, of these four.
We've heard the stories, yeah.
Okay.
And where is like outside of Verasi control?
How far away is that?
Pretty far away. We're talking many hundreds of miles, but you guys don't actually know where the end of it is.
So it's not on the map.
It might be, but you've been living in this small town. You don't get a lot of information. The most well-traveled is actually Largo, so you would have a pretty good idea, but you don't know where the armies end. You just know that they're very far in all directions.
Well, it's time for a break, and I don't think we actually know where we're going, so we can give it some thought during the break. I think we're going 3 hours tonight. Is that accurate?
Yeah,
It's cool with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
cool.
so.
So first hour's done. When we come back, we'll go into hour. It's actually hour number 3 or something. I don't know. The time for this week is all screwed up. So when we come back, we'll have more role play. I don't know what hour it is, but we will see you
It's
guys
hour
then.
1.
There you go.
We start at 5:30.
No. But because of yesterday, it's all
Oh.
screwy, Jeff. It's all screwy.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyways, we'll see you guys when we come back. Thanks everyone for watching.